It's September 20th, 2024, and we're at San Jose Diridon Station for the final diesel ride on the Caltrain mainline corridor. Less than 12 hours from this recording, Caltrain will start a all-electric service, ushering a new age for Bay Area rail. On August 11th, Caltrain started its soft launch of its new Stadler KISS EMU train sets. Since that day, Caltrain has introduced 2 new EMU train sets into service each weekend, slowly phasing out its diesel train sets. Caltrain 310 makes its way in, this being one of the last trains to through run from San Francisco to Gilroy. I chose not to ride this service, despite it being another significant milestone of the day, to catch what I believed to be, and what we all believe to be, the last diesel train of the day. More into that later in the video. At this point in the soft launch, most of the trains were all running as the EMU train sets. There were very few of the diesel train sets left, and someone had tipped us off with a schedule that had all of the remaining diesel train sets. This would actually become void later in the day, as a mechanical issue at Taminen would cause the remaining train sets to be diesel. Train 310 proved to be an added bonus for the day, being a doubleheader MP36 and F40 PH set. The MP36s and the bi-level Bombardier cars seen on this train were bought for the Baby Bullet service introduced in 2006. The Baby Bullet name would be retired with the new EMU services, as the fastest express train, being faster than the Baby Bullets on diesel, also makes more stops with the EMUs. It's a real upgrade. After Train 310, we get a good look at our train set up to San Francisco. It's a 4-car gallery train set with freshly renovated F40 PH number 922 on the tail end. Our northbound train is train 711, significant for a few reasons. This would be the last ever express diesel train and the last ever Baby Bullet train, as the name is retired with the new EMU schedule. Entering the car, we get a good look at these old bi-level cars, now reaching 40 years old. The oldest of these cars dates back to 1985, and they're built by Nippon Charyo, which is a Japanese company. A lot of these cars were also built by Alstom. Most of them were assembled in San Francisco and have spent their entire lives on the Caltrain corridor. And right on time, 7-Eleven closes its doors and prepares to depart for San Francisco. Riding in the front car, there's a fair number of rail enthusiasts getting their last view out the front of one of these cars. The gallery cars were popular amongst children and rail fans alike for their view out the front. You could get a good view out the front of the cab car in the San Francisco direction, something that's not possible with the new EMUs. The gallery cars on Caltrain are famous for this weird second level, something that is unique to the gallery cars amongst all rail cars pretty much in the world. These gallery cars have a very narrow walkway and 2 different separated second floor compartments. This design is meant to be convenient to the ticket collector, which can collect tickets from both levels at once. At Lawrence, we pass one of the new EMUs. Part of the new schedule is that there will no longer be any overtakes at Lawrence and Bayshore, where there are quad track sections. This is a departure from what Caltrain instituted with the Baby Bullet service, which essentially makes the whole system single point of failure, but it's possible with the new schedule and maybe allows for some growth. .711 now pulls into its first station stop of Mountain View. Not too long after, we pull into Palo Alto. Palo Alto being a major connection point for many local businesses and Stanford. And after Palo Alto comes Redwood City. And after a station stop at Hillsdale, this is Caltrain 711 pulling into Millbrae, the connection point with BART and the transfer points for San Francisco Airport. At this point, a lot of the regular commuters started to ask about why there were so many cameras on board. And we got to have a good time talking to them about this being the last diesel express train to go to San Francisco. It was pretty cool to see commuters tell stories about how they're looking forward to the new EMUs and how they've been riding these cars for quite a while. After a brief station stop at 22nd Street, something that only northbound Baby Bullets do, we arrive on time at 4th and King Street in San Francisco, with a lot of the already retired F40s sitting on the dead tracks just outside the station. At 4th and King Street, the crowds were huge, getting ready to ride what everybody believed to be the last ever gallery train set on the Caltrain corridor. This would prove to be wrong, as a later mechanical issue would change the schedule and make the diesel trains run well into the night. Just before departure, the doors reopen again for train 132, the same train set that we rode up on train 711. 4 gallery cars and F40 PH locomotive number 922. That's a fucked up picture. That ain't This train was much more packed with train enthusiasts hoping to ride what they believed to be the last ever train ride on one of these old gallery train sets. It was also packed with commuters, so it was cool to see the mix between the two as people remarked about their times in the gallery cars. Although the gallery cars have been with San Francisco for 40 years, not everybody was sentimental. In a conversation I had while waiting to board the train, one of the commuters said, "And that would be my luck, I'd be stuck on one of these on its last ride." The crowd at the front of the locomotive was huge, with tons of rail enthusiasts hoping to snap their last photo of the F40. Caltrain 129 arrives as an EMU set, reminding us of the future to come. Finally, it was time to board for our trip south to San Jose. The trip will take just shy of 2 hours to reach Taminen, one station south of San Jose Diridon. One massive benefit of the new EMUs is this local trip will be reduced to just 77 minutes. I will tell you, from writing the new electric schedule after this video is filmed, it is significantly faster, noticeably. One other benefit of the electric trains is not having to deal with these giant, super heavy doors in between train sets. The EMUs are walk-through. We get a look at the builder's plate, where it clearly says assembled in San Francisco in 1985 at Pier 50 and overhauled by Alstom. Our train departs San Francisco 4th and King Street on time. All stops to Taminen.
Tickets are sold on board. Equipment card riders, please tag before you board, and remember to tag when you get off. So you're only charged for the distance you're going.
The doors are about to close.
Comparing these old gallery cars to the new EMUs, there is a number of improvements. First off, with accessibility, the EMUs are much more low-floored, so they make it far easier to load wheelchair users. They also have more doors, so that speeds up boarding. The ride on these old gallery cars is really rough. Really rough. Rough so much so that it is infamous in San Francisco that Caltrain rides are rough. The new EMU trains are extremely smooth, proving that it was not the track, it was the cars. The new EMU trains also have improved air conditioning and Wi-Fi. They're also much more high capacity. The second level of these gallery sets has 1x1 seating and has this weird staircase to get down. If you're not agile, you're going to be having a rough time getting up to the top. The bottom of these cars has mostly 2x2 airline style with some seats facing inwards into each other in a 4-seater area with 2 of those per compartment. As of the recording of this video, Caltrain was running 4 car sets of gallery cars, the first car being a bike car, the second car being a luggage car with a luggage rack, the third one being the wheelchair car with the accessible restroom, and the fourth car being another bike car. Caltrain's gallery sets have 2 compartments and 1 door. As mentioned, an upgrade in the EMUs. The bike cars have 1 compartment where the bottom level is completely gutted and can hold bikes. The luggage rack car just has a luggage rack. And worth noting that all cars have a restroom, something that is not the case in the new EMUs, which only have 1. This being the last ride in the gallery sets, here's a seat tour of the upper level seats. At most seats, there is a coat hook, which folds down and is spring loaded, as well as a reading light, which has never worked on any train I have ever been on. They don't work. Another major upgrade coming to the EMUs is power at every seat. There is one hidden plug per upper level compartment, so one on each side, but it's only at one seat. Most people don't know about it. There's also a luggage rack that's over the walkway at the bottom.
San Jose Deered on. Next up, San Jose Deered on.
The reason why we
The doors are about to close.
Our train departs San Jose for the final stop of Taminen. Not all trains terminate at Taminen, but Taminen will receive electric service. Even though most of the F40s and all of the gallery cars are being retired, this is not the end of diesel service for Caltrain. Caltrain will still operate a limited diesel service in between San Jose and Gilroy on the South County Connector. It will operate 4 trains in each direction, Monday through Friday, in the rush hour directions. At San Jose, there will be a 3-minute transfer onto a train that will take commuters northbound to San Francisco. If that South County commuter train is delayed, they will hold the train that is supposed to take the South County commuter riders northbound to San Francisco in order for them to make the connection. These South County commuter trains will be run with Caltrain's Bombardier cars and its MP36s acquired for BB Bullet service in 2006. As the train made its slow way into Taminen, we all tried to get some last shots of the interiors of the gallery cars before we all believed we would get off for the last time. This proved to not be true, but it was a good chance to get a lot of shots of the empty cars.
Final stop. Final stop, let's take a good look for customer possession and items. When the train comes to a complete stop and the doors open to the
care if I get
the train is out of service.
Don't lock
On behalf of myself and my crew, I want to thank you for riding with Caltrain, and we hope you have a good rest of your evening.
Probably. She didn't commemorate the. Alright, boys, let's get off the train. I'm gonna go thank the crew.
We gotta take a selfie.
Let's go take a selfie.
Caltrain locomotive number 920 is one of the newest in its fleet, having been built in 1998 by Boise, and it wears the designation F40 PH-2C. It was overhauled in 2020, making it the most modern of the F40s in Caltrain's fleet and unlikely to be retired as it'll serve the South County commuter service. Caltrain locomotive number 922, along with 920 and 921, are the newest in its fleet, 920 and 921 having been overhauled in 2019. These locomotives will be replaced with a battery locomotive from Stadler in the near future. So at this point in the night, my plan was as follows. After supposedly having said goodbye to the gallery cars, there were talks about the last ever diesel train running with an F40 and bi-level Bombardier cars coming south from San Francisco. So my plan was to take train 141 northbound to Lawrence, transfer onto this train going southbound to San Jose, and that would be the last diesel train. This turned out to not be true, as you'll see.
No, it's not on speed.
For your safety, please stay clear of the doors and hold on.
In a weird sequence of events, a car got stuck on the tracks in Mountain View, causing our train to unload on the middle track. We had to get off at a grade crossing through the front door and walk onto the platform. My plan now was to take Caltrain 136 southbound, what I believe to be a diesel train. As you'll see, that wasn't the case. "136 brought me back to my starting point, San Jose Diridon, where I started to hear rumors about our previous train heading back north to San Francisco on the last northbound train of the night. Those rumors proved to be true, and on the last northbound train of the night, train 145, we are on the same set that we spent the entire evening on, with Caltrain locomotive 922 bringing up the rear for its true final northbound trip on the gallery cars of the night. And at this point, I believed that the train 144, the second to last southbound of the night, would be the last diesel. This was also wrong.
No, just like if you got it, you got it.
Yeah, if you just text me.
Oh,
So
oh, look, there's a EMU coming this way.
Wait, like that?
Our train passes a deadline of now retired gallery and F40 PH sets just south of Santa Clara.
On the new trains, the driver sits right here in the middle. You can't see right.
On the back. Look how the this
I don't want it. I literally
It's
don't
actually
want
bigger,
that.
I'm not gonna lie.
That's the.
Oh no, but I
no,
put
but
it
on the other side, you know,
Yeah.
on your side of it.
But I mean, if you put it up against what it may fade. Because remember, that's not meant to be that's not a sign. That's a sticker. It's not meant to last forever.
now you're gonna make me go into the
This will
deadline.
last a lot longer than that.
Oh, it's Mountain View, right?
Are you getting off?
I could. I'm not getting it out.
Up to you.
We're gonna take the Uber back.
I heard them talking about it, but I was at the other end.
But you've heard it before, like other trains, right?
I don't often run because I live in SF, and most of what I do is muni, and sometimes I take bar. I like very rarely.
Once a month, actually.
No, like once a month. Like there's nothing I need to take bar for.
My plan now was to get off at California Avenue and catch what I believe to be the true last F40 of the night, train 144. Train 144 terminated at San Jose Diridon, where we got to watch Caltrain locomotive 908 enter retirement. And with train 908 making its final movement on the Caltrain corridor, entering permanent retirement, I got other news. The last train of the night, 146, would be the last diesel. So I went to Santa Clara and caught it. And just like that, the end of an era on the Caltrain corridor, 40 years of gallery train sets and F40s comes to an end on September 20th, 2024. We started the day believing that 711 and 132 would be the last ever diesel trains, and ended the day at 2 in the morning in Santa Clara, catching train 146, the true last diesel train of the night. Train 146 was led by locomotive number 909, one of the original Caltrain locomotives built in 1985. 908 and 909 were two locomotives of the 13 that were rebuilt with the Caterpillar 6-cylinder HEP generator, making them F40 PH-2-CATs. Literally a few hours after that morning, Caltrain would begin its new electric schedule. That weekend, Saturday morning, Caltrain started 30-minute headways during the weekends, with the new trip taking just 77 minutes between San Jose and San Francisco. The Bay Area has been shrunk once again by new rail innovations. In the coming days, Caltrain would have a lot of issues launching its electric service. On its first weekday of operation, there would be an unrelated malicious incident that would take down a large section of the corridor with no power. The electric trains had a rough start, with its announcements not working, doors not working, and pretty constant delays. But about a month after the retirement of all the diesel trains, Caltrain has worked out a lot of the kinks and has brought a much more improved service, a much more comfortable and faster service to the Bay Area. It's been one of the most fun months in the railfan hobby in my 10 years of doing this, documenting the retirement of the F40s and the gallery cars. I've been out almost every day filming these trains as they disappeared slowly and were replaced by the new EMU service. To be able to ride and see the last of these diesel trains was something pretty special, and one of the highlights of the entire time I've been in this hobby. The gallery cars have an uncertain fate. As of the recording of this video, many of them have been sent to storage in Northern California, awaiting a buyer or the scrapyard. The F40s, however, will be decommissioned. As part of the deal, the state of California funded the purchase of the EMUs, but mandated that the old Caltrain F40s be permanently disabled. Caltrain currently has them for sale on their website to be repurposed as something other than a locomotive. They will never run again as part of that deal. In the coming 2 days, I got to go and document the new electric schedule, as well as take Caltrain up to Muni Heritage Day, which coincidentally fell on the same day. Please be sure to subscribe, and thanks for joining me on this 1 month-long journey of documenting the final days of the Caltrain F40s and diesel locomotives.